that this project is, so I work for the Department of Energy Environmental Protection in the State Parks Division. And so we are really excited about this project because it's it's a good opportunity for us to collaborate with DOT, which we don't often get a chance to do. And working hand in hand on this collaboration for this recreational facility has so far been a really great experience for us. And we're hoping that it will continue. And also wanted to thank the towns because many of the towns have already begun working on improving the airline trail throughout its length in Connecticut, and from Portland, Connecticut, all the way up through Thompson. So because of those initial efforts that were driven by the municipalities themselves, the trail is pretty much already completed, and now the state agencies, the DOT and state parks, are looking really at filling the gaps in. So that's a very great position for us to be in, and we never would have been in this position without the town's help. So I just wanted to thank the towns and the selectmen who are here, and I guess we could open up for questions because
I have one more slide, hold
do you
on.
have another slide?
Just quick. Federal state authorization this summer. This is why we're holding these meetings. This is why this is a matter of record and goes to the DOT. Regulatory approvals, Mark, that happens this summer as well. What are those?
It's a full range, and hi, my name is Mark Jewell, VHB. Basically, as everyone probably knows, this funding started in Congress, went through the U.S. Department of Transportation, to the Federal Highway Administration, to the Connecticut DOT, and then to the Northeast region. That's how we got here. With that comes a lot of strings, obviously. And so we're working with EPA at the federal level, Army Corps, at the state level with DEP, and the local level with your local inland wetlands folks.
And anticipated start is this fall. We're really pretty tight on that. This isn't going to be.
Yes.
Okay. And yes, that's it. Additional comments you can send to me. You can give us some tonight. We'll take those. If you go home and think of something else, here's my email, director@wincog.org. And you can look me up on the web. Please go home and you think of something tonight, you can email it to me, and I'll make sure it gets into as a matter of record for the trail project. So having said that, I will open up the floor to some questions. Bill?
I'd like to start by saying, we have been putting time in on this airline trail. One of the key ingredients of this is going to be patrol to keep the ATVs off of it. We've just been so frustrated with the work that we've done. We put up barriers. They bring in backhoes and move the barriers. They cut the padlocks off all the gates. I mean, it's a very aggressive group that we got riding all-terrain vehicles on this rail to trails bed, and all the work we put in, we haven't put the stone dust down yet. We've done most of our grading, drainage in the areas that we can work on, but unless we do something to control the ATVs, it's all going to be for naught. They're just going to tear it up. So, I know I keep beating that drum, but
No, that's okay. We will make sure that's a matter of record. Next, someone else, please. Ma'am?
My name is Mary Smut. Some of you, 3 of you there I know recognize me from the last meeting. I am a land abutter. I live in Abington, Connecticut, a land abutter to the airline trail, and I received the short notice about a week before their meeting, WINCOG meeting. It was up in Northeast Connecticut, held in Putnam. I have several questions, but I just want to start with introducing you to something called United Nations Agenda 21. I know I spoke with Lori Giannotti about this and exposed it to the group. Please research this online, learn as much as you can about this Agenda 21, United Nations. This has come to us, and this is why we're here tonight. If the United Nations and our membership in the United Nations was not to be, and we were not a member, we wouldn't be here. We would be working on this as a town, towns to town, not an unelected body, which is called WINCOG, which is called WINCOG. If you would understand that we elect our selectmen, our mayors, for our towns, not for a regional government, and that's what this is, unfortunately. And that's the Wyndham Regional Council of Governments, who is grabbing this money, our tax dollars, and doing things with it that are, first of all, unconstitutional.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you to stay to the topic. Are there some issues with the trail, please? I have
The
other
Greenway.
people.
Okay.
Please, if you have some issues with the surface, or there's something that you would specific to the trail.
Okay. Specific to the trail is that this is, as you've stated before, part of the bigger picture, which is the East Coast Greenway. It extends from Maine to Florida. That is an Agenda 21 issue. It is not brought to us by our local towns. This is a national, regional, huge project. There are issues such as gaps in the trail that are owned by private parties, not the state. So what happens there, so one of my main questions is, do you, Wyndham Regional Council of Governments, have the authority of eminent domain? In other words, seizing, no, please, because
No,
I just am asking you this question and I want to know,
No.
do you have the authority to seize property through
No.
eminent domain?
this trail is all on state property. None of the sections we're speaking about here tonight are on private property. There is no intent on taking any private property. This is on state property. There is no land acquisition as part of this project, period.
Okay. How about
None.
the bigger project? Because
Well, I'm sorry, we're not here to talk about the bigger project.
okay,
This is a public hearing on the 3 towns and issues that some landowners or anyone else may have specific to the project.
okay, specific to the project, I would like to see those contracts then, that who signed the contracts, then getting you into the obligation of getting this project to the level of improvements, which also bring portions of the trail up to the required standards for inclusion in the East Coast Greenway. So there is an obligation on the part of your area
The state of Connecticut.
to bring the trail up to a certain level of standards for the East Coast Greenway. What is that standard, and what will be the project for the East Coast Greenway? Will it be walkable all the way from Maine to Florida, or will it be bikeable, or will it be train, will it be trolley, what will it be?
It's all of the above. It's not train or trolley, it's walkable, it's horses, it's bikes and pedestrians.
Can we get that in writing?
No, I'm not giving that to you in writing. No.
Then I don't believe that that's the case.
That's fine.
There are.
Ma'am, I'm going to limit your time here because we have
That's
other
fine.
people who are going to speak.
Go to East Coast Greenway and get the information.
East Coast Greenway does have all that information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir?
Mention about